Welcome back to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And together we are
Ryan and John.
on the couch, as always, producer, the lovely.
Whoa.
I just fully almost messed up
Wow.
the whole deal.
Wow.
You're
She
lovely
could be
too,
lovely too.
Well, that's how
I'm
this
okay
goes.
with you being
Incomparable,
lovely too.
immaculate
Okay, all right. Now you're just over.
Cara, Tafolla, and a new thing we want to introduce on this show is having a guest star. So please welcome the
Brand
lovely
new.
Annie Skovmand
First
of
week.
Growing
Dun, dun, dun,
Scoving
dun.
Pains.
Scoving Pains. Is that
It's
what
a
the
new,
show's called?
yeah, it is. No, it is. It's that's the working title.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We're doing a rebrand.
I will say I appreciate the song. Weezer is my favorite band.
Of all time, that's your favorite band.
Jeez.
I feel like you're gonna judge me for that.
No,
but yeah,
I'm a big Weezer fan.
Okay,
He's a
I've seen them
Weeze.
in.
I'm a Weezer.
Weezer.
I've seen
Just
them in
one of many
concert multiple
Weezes.
times,
Yeah.
and I love them.
Same. Big
Wow.
fan. Wow,
Yeah.
Annie. I didn't know. Maybe I did know that
Does
about
this
you.
make up for the Star Wars thing? that had,
it doesn't.
Okay,
No.
Yeah,
and
still a
done.
big void to fill there.
My love for Star Wars is much
it's
larger than my
undying.
love for Weezer.
That's true.
Damn it!
It's true.
Well, what
Wow.
can you do?
What can we do?
What can you do?
Hey, we can try this brand new LaCroix flavor, Cherry Blossom.
Blossom.
I already opened my can, so I can't do it
I
ASMR on the
did
show.
too.
So
All right,
somebody
I'll
do
go
it for
into
me. Nice, thank you. That was a good one.
There we go. I've never had this. It
What-
smells
Annie,
really
give
good.
us another one. Or did you already open
already
it?
opened it.
Okay.
Oh.
Cheers.
I can do the that like you make the sound. I could copy that.
It's a lot of
Wow.
that I didn't realize.
Yeah. All right.
Drink of the summer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Drink of the summer. It's true.
Cheers, Cara.
Yeah. Half of that is yours, Cara, legally, of course.
Legally.
Okay,
That-
right off the
that
bat,
came
I'm
off.
smelling
Perfume.
perfume.
It smells like
Ooh.
like the cherry Jolly Ranchers to me.
Yeah, it's very candy.
Here's what I'll
It's-
say.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
serving like 8th grade, like
8th grade vibes.
Kind of matches my
kind of Jolly
Candy bar.
Rancher. Kind of Jolly Rancher.
Snack
bit
bar at
my
a baseball
colors.
game, at a
It
little league
really
baseball game.
is your colors.
Yeah.
Here you go, Cara.
It is
This
rough.
is not good. I'm going to be totally honest.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it's just
It's
very
not-
sweet.
Drink of the summer.
I thought I would like it because when I smelt it, I was like, oh, I don't love LaCroix. That is just like a spit of flavor.
It's a spit of flavor.
But
It reminds me of the hibiscus one, the flower.
now
Yeah, and I
you
hate the
just-
hibiscus.
It's
I like
serving flower.
hibiscus better.
Yeah, thank you, Cara.
Yeah.
I was about
Here's
to.
what
Cherry
I'll
is
say.
weird.
I like the hibiscus way better.
This goes for all LaCroix. I'll definitely drink it. Like, if it's in the fridge, I'm not going to avoid it.
Are you going to not drink it? I mean, come
But
on.
it's definitely not the best flavor.
No.
For the best
Hey,
flavors, you
hey.
should go to our YouTube video
Yeah, check
where
out.
we tasted every single flavor of
So
LaCroix.
what? So to that effect, what would you score this one?
We were doing 1 to 100, right?
1 to 100.
Jeez, that was such a
Yes.
wide scale. I would say I'd put it at a solid 68.
Really?
Really? That's
I
kinda
feel like
high.
that's
I
high.
could drink it.
Uh-huh.
I could definitely
Okay.
drink it, but it's not something like given the option between a couple of flavors, not my go-to.
For
It has
me,
such a sweet aftertaste.
It's almost not palatable. I'd
Really?
give it
Wow.
a 32.
That's pretty
Oh,
intense.
I was gonna give it
dude.
like a 25.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's pretty
well.
low. It's pretty low down.
Because
The
it's
scale
also,
is so
I
hard.
feel like it's not as
I'm sure my
bubbly.
scale is messed up.
It's not as
I don't
bubbly as the
remember.
other ones.
We did 1 through 100.
Yeah. What was
So
my
incredible.
best one? We should have just ranked them.
Yeah,
That
well.
would have been bet. Did we do that?
No. Yeah, we did. We totaled them up and we ranked them at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
But so now we've keeping up with our trend. We've tasted every
that's right.
single.
You think are they releasing any more flavors this summer? you
Who
think?
knows?
I'm sure.
There's
I'm
more
sure
money
they
to be
will.
made.
It should just be a seasonal thing. I'm fully just.
Oh yeah, because
I'll
the
drink
seasonal
whatever they
drinks that
make.
we've tried have been so good on this show.
So good.
At
so
Bud
yummy.
Light, disgusting.
yummy.
I can see a Bud Light seltzer pumpkin flavored just off screen.
Just off screen, and it's
for
looking
some
at you.
That's where it
reason,
lives.
It's
Still
looking
there.
at you.
You
know
know
what
we
we
should
should
do
do?
until next season.
We should take them and
Not
we
if I have
should
anything to
should
say about
go.
it.
We should
Cracks
go
it
to the
open.
desert and we should use them as target practice.
Dang.
Wow.
Annie wants to
really?
shoot.
Yeah. What's
Okay.
this energy you're bringing?
Wow.
That's so
Wow.
random.
My
I
Second
know what we
Amendment
should
rights,
do.
Is that
man.
the- Hey,
Let's take them to
okay.
the desert and let's shoot them. Out of all the things,
That's how harshly she feels about it.
I hated them that much. I want to shoot
You know,
them.
I like
Hey,
when
your Alpine showing
your
just a
Alpine
little
comes
bit.
out.
Just a little bit.
I kind of like
It's
it.
kind of peeking out, you know what I'm saying?
Annie, give me a little more of that Alpine. What else you got in there?
She can't unleash it because when it gets too far out,
It's
it's
too
hard to get
powerful.
back in the box.
Yeah,
gosh.
it's like
What was
Pandora's box.
What was it like growing up in Alpine?
In 3 words.
Okay.
I'm
gonna keep this
filtering
one short
so much.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Rich Hick Far.
Rich Hick
Rich
Far.
Hick
There you
Far.
go.
Rich Far.
Rich Hick Far.
Interesting.
That was
Let me
difficult.
tell you, I
Words.
wish I lived in Alpine driving to Julian.
Oh yeah,
Dang.
you know what? That's a good point. Julian.
Nice transition, Kara.
Julian was
why?
is a lot closer.
Because last
closer.
weekend, was that already last weekend?
Wait,
I
you want to
can't
live in
believe
weekends
it.
ago.
2
Hold on.
weekends ago.
Oh, no,
I guess it was technically last
yeah,
weekend.
let it go, John. Let it
go.
go. It's
John's gonna
because
let it
it
go.
I just
would
don't
have
know
been
why.
nicer
Like,
to
why
commute.
you want to live in Alpine because it's closer to Julian?
Just for
In the event
The
that
event
you
that
need to
just
drive
happened.
to Julian.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
asking.
better to
It
live
was
in
a
Alpine.
transition,
all right, 'cause
John.
that's what I
Don't
was
out it
wondering.
out.
it was
Yes.
a transition.
It was
Yes.
a beautifully done transition
Or
by
do you
Cara,
like Julian?
and
And
you are
that's-
ruining it.
Yeah. Anyways,
You're a
go ahead.
ruiner.
I'm just
Look,
saying,
we're
I'm
sending-
saying I would have liked to live in Alpine for the last weekend because events happened. You were there.
Things
That's
happen.
right.
We were
all
there.
there.
And driving home and back.
Several times.
Was a
Time to
lot.
dive
Oh,
in.
you did several times. That's
did
why.
several
This
times.
is the
well.
wedding tell-all.
It is the wedding
It really
tell-all.
is.
John, let's see that rock.
Got married.
Whoa, man.
Oh,
Which
actually
I
didn't look at
want
your
to point
ring.
out
Yeah, I
that
didn't either.
if you're listening to
Beautiful,
this
isn't it?
That's
podcast,
freaking snazzy,
he technically was
bro.
married the last time we released an episode, but now we're all together again
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
That's true.
after. Genuinely,
It's been
Spoilers. Or
2 weeks
2
since we
weeks.
podcasted, and I don't know if you guys. I sent you guys a message to Cappuccino, which we'll talk about later.
we'll talk about later.
I was so excited to like be back in the chairs. It's weird when you go like a very normal amount of time, like 2 weeks, and like sometimes you know we'll go on vacation and we
Sure.
kind of pre-record, and then you go like 2 weeks without recording, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's been 5 years since I've seen my friends.
It really
And,
feels like it.
So I'm happy to be back.
I mean, we're back, obviously.
You know,
The audience, they didn't miss a beat.
yeah,
They're
they
with
have
us
no
every
idea.
week. Well, now they know.
No, well, now they know, but they didn't.
What they didn't know is that you are officially locked in, off
That's
the market.
right. I'm off the market now.
Starting now.
Yeah, it was a pretty incredible weekend. It is so underrated in the sense that, like, especially, and you guys know because you just got married 6 months ago.
yeah, I did.
And not you, but
right, nice.
not Annie.
Not you.
Keep
You're
her-
dead.
everybody
You're,
but
you're
Annie.
You're
Keep her
gonna die
humble.
alone.
That's
Yeah.
right.
No,
Not
you're not
you.
going to die alone.
Well,
We're
that's
going to be at your
implied.
wedding
That's
someday, and it's
implied.
going to be very exciting.
When I marry myself, yes, thank you. I've
Well,
been planning it
that'd
for
be
a
kinda
while.
That's implied also.
That'd be kind of cool.
That's implied.
Totally
and,
legal.
So it's crazy because on the day of, you know, I've done a ton of weddings
Yep.
as a DJ, and lately we've been going to a lot of weddings. A lot of
Yeah,
our
a
friends
lot,
have been
a lot
getting
of people
married.
get married.
So weddings are like kind of a normal thing in this last year of my life. But on your wedding day, it is like so just like a whirlwind. Like I just remember, one, it went by so fast.
Yes.
And two, you're just like the whole time, you're just kind of in awe of like everybody that like loves you and that you love like is in one spot.
Yep.
And they're also like talking and communicating and meeting for the first time in a lot of ways. And it was just like everything that I wanted to get done and like and accomplish like just happened, and it was just like so fulfilling,
Yeah.
Yep.
which was so
Absolutely,
cool.
man.
But yeah, I mean, I think the day went off without a hitch, you know, for the most part, which was great, and like it was just perfect. Everything worked out.
You know, a healthy layer of chaos, but
yeah.
it couldn't.
There
it
has to
couldn't
be.
possibly. Yeah, with
I think
with so
every
many
wedding has chaos.
with so many like friends and family members and everything, like you're coordinating it all happening in one spot. Like you know, it couldn't happen.
And we've
without.
had these conversations off air with like, I think with all of you individually, but like, and I've just said like, when you're a vendor at a wedding, which most of us have been,
Yeah.
all of us in this room, it's like, you just know you're going to do your job well, and you just trust everybody else. You're just
Yeah.
like, it's going to happen. There's not an ounce of fear or worry when you're one small piece of this giant wedding. But then, like when you're at the top, like Jordan and I, like looking down, like kind of looking at the way this all fits together, it was so nerve wracking.
Yeah.
That everything was going to go, and everything did. But like
course.
when you're a small cog in the machine, you have so much more trust in your kind of coworkers in a sense,
Sure.
ability.
Yeah.
But when you're like looking at the whole picture as the bride or groom, I have so much more of an appreciation for brides and grooms, because I'm like, it's so intimidating looking down the barrel of something like that. There's just
Sure.
so much.
And the two of you are fairly task oriented as well. Like
Yeah.
like really like detail oriented, I should say, not
Exactly.
oriented. Like focus on the details, you know.
Yeah,
like
she's for sure that way.
Yeah.
And I think I've gotten a little better just being around the wedding industry in the last year. I just like I know how important the small things are and the way you see like because I'm a DJ. I know like even in the way you say things, the way you talk in front of the crowd at an event like that is so important. You know, so.
It was awesome just being a part of it all. And,
Yeah.
you know, I got the honor to be one of your groomsmen,
One of
men
my
of the
guys.
groom.
Yeah, I know. So
And,
fun.
yeah, it was, you know, it was just fun to like hang out with your family the whole weekend. And
Oh yeah,
just,
That's
yeah,
true. You got to hang out with a lot. Of
I
my
definitely
family.
did. And man, you guys just, you know how to have a good time. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it was great. Like, and Annie, you were on Jordan's side, and it was just like.
And Annie, you were there too.
And
No,
You
no.
were there.
I was pointing out that
Cara.
you were basically in
know
the wedding
what?
party too.
I was in the wedding party, and I was so gracious to, you know, be on Jordan's side. But what's hard is you and Jordan are two of my closest friends.
Yes.
And so it was kind of
Would
like,
you have rather have been on John's side?
Jordan's not going to listen to this. You know she's
no,
not.
the dress
So-
looked much better on me than the
That's
suit
right.
would have.
Yeah.
Truly.
Well, we don't know.
We
We
don't
don't
know that.
really know.
We never tried the suit, did we?
Black and white are your colors. So.
No, what I was going to say about you, Annie, the reason
That's
I brought it up
cream.
is because
If you think that's white,
All right, chill.
Get
I'm,
our
I'm
colors.
being
Get him.
facetious,
Get him.
Cara. I'm being
Get him.
facetious.
Genuinely though, like if there was a way to have you on both sides, you would have been. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Okay,
and that's
so like the idea of cloning.
well, okay, all right. Let's not get down rabbit hole. No, but yeah, it was way more than I could have expected it to be.
It was great.
I'll
Way
tell
more.
you what. I worked a wedding last weekend. I was running sound at a wedding, just playing the music for the ceremony.
Yeah.
I felt nothing.
Felt nothing.
Be completely honest, and maybe
Well, you didn't know
maybe
the
it is
people.
like like I don't know the people. And when I was like standing up at your wedding, like listening to you guys do your vows and everything, it caught me. Like I fully got
Yeah.
emotional. You know.
I'm glad that none of you who are standing up there saw me. 'Cause I
Oh,
was freaking.
no, I saw you.
No, no,
Well, yeah,
I saw you.
yeah, you
course I
pointed
did.
me out. But I literally, like, you said your vows, and I was like
Yeah.
a little teary-eyed, and then freaking communion, I lost it.
Yeah, it was a-
Megan literally grabbed my hand, and she was like
Oh, really? Communion guy.
holding it.
It
and I
was,
was like,
it was a really sweet
I
ceremony.
Yeah,
Right.
well, that
I-
was my favorite part.
Yeah.
I have
with
never
Michael singing
cried.
too.
I've
yeah.
never cried at a wedding. Never, not my
Never will.
sisters, not any other weddings I've been in, not Brinley's where I was a maid of honor. Like, never cried in a wedding. I sobbed
Aw.
when you were saying your vows, and it made me feel better that it was like all of the bridesmaids were sobbing,
Yeah.
and like
Yes. And everyone sitting
someone
down.
was smart enough to bring tissues, and I'm sitting there trying to like dab my makeup, like because the makeup artist is like dab it, don't wipe, dab. So I'm like sitting there like hitting my
Yeah.
face, and finally your sister was standing right behind me, and she just hands me a tissue, and I
Yeah.
went, oh,
My
thank
sister's
you.
a mess too.
I was
It's
like,
just
oh,
it's such a
oh my
beautiful
gosh.
thing, like not like crying like we're sad, like it's just this like such a pure moment, like that you guys were sharing and knowing like what you've been through together and everything. And
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah, I
One
will
of
tell
those
you
things,
that I'm
you know?
not like, and you kind of know, you guys know this about me. I'm not like a super emotional person, and I was telling Jordan beforehand, I was like, if I don't cry, it's not because I'm not like emotional. It's just because like my body, the moment I start to feel crying coming on,
Hold it
I
back,
start
hold
to
it back.
fight it. Even
Yeah.
when I want to cry, like my body just has this, and it's probably like I don't know trauma, but
Yeah.
my body
Trauma,
starts
yeah.
going like, okay,
we'll
get it
visit that
together,
in
get it
therapy.
together.
That's fine.
And but like I in that moment during my vows, I was like, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't hold it back, and that was me holding it back too. Which
You
was
hit it with
which
the
was a
dead
lot.
dad moment.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what gets you.
Dang,
Yeah,
man.
You
that was
start
rough.
because it's always like one of those things. So for those who don't know, Jordan's father has passed away and passed away when she was in high school. But it's like these are the big moments where like even though that was almost 10 years ago,
Yeah.
like that these are the moments that you're like, this is gonna be a hard day no matter how long it's been.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, you started talking about it and everyone just like absolutely everyone just
Yeah, her dad's name was Brian, and Brian's mom and sister were there, and like I kind of know them. Like, I've been to dinner with them a couple of times, but not, just like in passing mostly. And when they came up to me afterwards, and they were just like, you could just tell that like our relationship had just changed, you know, just because they were so moved, and it was really nice to have, and that happened for a lot of people. I think a lot of Jordan's family I had never met before, but like also knew Brian, and so when they like heard me talk about him and heard me incorporate him, they're like, I have never met you, but I feel like you're a great guy. It's like very nice, you know what I'm saying, and so. Yeah, it
was a really nice, and there was like a memorial to him at the reception, and even in the part of the ceremony, and
it was a picture from his and her mom's wedding.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, that was perfect. That picture looked like he was at a wedding. He had a boutonniere and everything. And she goes, that's because he was at a wedding. He was at his wedding. And I was like, oh, makes sense.
Yeah, it was just like, there was no way around like not addressing it, but also like I felt like it was great, and it was
tell you what,
beautiful.
The little lump of cold that's in my chest really warmed that day.
Yeah, it was great, and like I said, I wouldn't have it any other way. And those little things like were like all these little things that I was like planning and trying to get together, and I'm not great at planning. Like Jordan did like 90% of the wedding, but I was like, I know that this is what I want to do, like I want to accomplish, and they all like kind of came together, and it was just like this beautiful, like perfect moment.
And we'll be real. You had issues with almost every single one of your vendors.
That's true. That is true.
Like, just to put it out there, like there was an issue with practically every vendor that you guys hired.
Pretty much.
But the reality is, and I told Jordan this, is like, if you put the amount of stress and like worry that she put into this wedding, and then it came out perfect, absolutely perfect, nothing went wrong, better than expected, that's the level of stress you're going to work out the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's true.
Because that's what perfection is. You've now found the level you need to get to be perfect. And so if everything goes slightly wrong, but it still comes together, all you've learned is that it was not worth that much stress. And so the next time you have something, or, one day when you guys have children and those children are getting married, you guys can be from a very honest place and be like, it's not worth that much stress.
You're just
like, it's going to be okay.
Is that what it is? We're like Pavlov's dog.
And
building
also,
up a response to failure and success.
It's my own thing.
So you cracked the system.
It's Annie's chameleon, it's a new theory going. Okay,
go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm ready to listen.
No, that was it.
I know. What I'll say too, and I've said this too to you, Annie. Just like it's hard because our friends are the perfect vendors. You know what I'm saying? Like if we could choose to like for the people to do our wedding, like it would be all the people that were in our party.
In the wedding.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, because like those are the people like we know are great at their job. So we're having to find strangers, to like do a job that we know how it needs to be done well. You know what I'm saying? So they were kind of at a loss no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
You have someone to compare it to.
I the coordinator is a perfect example. I was constantly going like, I know how Annie would do this. And they're doing it differently, not wrong, but they're doing it differently than Annie. You know what I'm saying? And I want it to be done like Annie does it. You know what I'm saying? But so that's why I'm saying, like, to be fair, they were kind of at a disadvantage because all of my friends and people.
You're trying to start a wedding vendor company.
Exactly.
So you know what you want wedding vendors to act like.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that probably goes for anything, right? Like,
Well, you'd think that, like, if you are just a wedding vendor, like any wedding vendor would be like, we know what our like highest point is.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
You'd think that. Yeah. Like, I need to be on my game for every single wedding I do.
Yeah. And the problem was, too, is Jordan, they didn't know that, like, I'm a DJ, so it's not that big of a deal. But they knew Jordan was a wedding photographer.
Yeah.
So a lot of our vendors were anticipating that Jordan would be in the mindset of a wedding photographer. They didn't anticipate that she would be a bride and not worry about any of that stuff. So that's where things started to break apart. Is like no one was like making like hard lines because they thought, oh, Jordan knows what she's doing.
So she'll just.
But like Jordan had no idea what time it was at the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, we were. I didn't even have a watch on.
No.
I was just like whatever, you know. So that's where some of it broke down. Was like they were anticipating Jordan being on her wedding game, and she's like, I don't know what time it is, you know?
Yeah.
So
I'm not worried about that.
you know, and that's that in that sense too. I'm like, I can see where things, you know, got a little loose because of those two things. But
It happened. You
It
got
It
married.
happened.
All your
It's
friends
true.
were there.
It was a blast.
We ate.
We
drank
actually right
like
before
fish.
you did
right before we recorded, we were sitting down looking through film that we'd gotten back.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of. We all kind of. Did you guys bring the film cameras? Like,
Yes.
was that you?
Yes.
Okay.
We
That
sent
was
them
so.
up,
That was so clutch.
So
when
cool.
when Kat and I were setting up, they were in like they made like bins
Yeah.
that were labeled
Jordan
like
made bins.
oh do all this well
Yeah.
Jordan made bins. Shout out to Jordan.
50% of
and it
that was you, my guy.
It was like
now
oh
on.
these are gonna go on every like bar table.
Yeah.
Down.
And there, so she had, you know, packaged film for that. But then Ryan had brought a film camera up, and I had bought in a couple disposables for the weekend. And so I just love the warmth that film, gives. You know,
Yeah.
when a finger's not in the way.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Annie took a lot of pictures with.
Yeah.
I got you, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about this at Texas Roadhouse tonight.
It was great.
But it just brings a different kind of like warmth to it. I feel like.
Well, we talked
It
about it
fully
last
does.
week, or maybe it was 2 episodes ago now, but just, the
Something
nostalgia.
else.
It's
Yes.
just that extra level
I think it's so great now because I think now like every iPhone has such a great camera that now we're not like, oh my gosh, this is such a good picture on our phones anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We were in the beginning, but now seeing it, it's like, oh yeah, it's a great picture on my phone, whatever. But now going back to what film looks like, it's like, whoa, that's amazing.
I think it's kind of also like we're all broken humans, and
Yeah.
our delayed, what is it? Our delayed sense of
We're like anticipation of it.
what's the thing we talk
What?
about, like your response to like when something good happens. What's that called?
Gratification.
Yeah, instant gratification. That's it. That's
Oh,
it.
yeah,
We're all,
that
how
thing.
we're all broken, and we want to order stuff on Amazon, and we want to.
We
I
want
will
it in
not
10
order.
minutes.
I want you to know I've not ordered things because it had like a 3 to 5 day shipping. So
whoa.
yeah,
I
If it's
thought-
not,
I
if it's not going to come tomorrow,
literally, I was like, if it won't be here tomorrow,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Honestly,
That's
John,
funny.
I thought you were saying that like you haven't ordered things in general, and that we were gonna be proud of you for like
Oh,
a bad
no,
Amazon
but also
habit.
in the grand
I
scheme of
literally
things.
thought you were gonna say I haven't ordered anything since I got married.
And I was
Oh,
gonna
no.
celebrate
He's
a
probably ordered
broken.
more things.
Several things.
Yeah.
Several things.
Yep. I'll tell you what. Have you done your buy everything that you didn't get from the list
the
yet?
registry
Because we went through our registry and we were like, oh, what stuff do we still want that we didn't
that
get?
we need.
And we went and got.
Yeah, we returned like some things and then use that credit to like buy some of the
Did
things.
you get double?
Did you
Double
have your,
things?
your
Oh,
wedding?
all the time. I'm convinced our registry was not right. I mean, because
Really?
we got doubles of so many things, but part
know
of
why?
it was people bought stuff and didn't check it off.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
also some
that's the
things
main
came.
thing.
That happened
Is
to us.
some registries are like,
me.
once you buy it, you have to go back to the registry and check it, saying I bought this.
If you bought. But I don't know
Lot
why
of
you
people
wouldn't
just
just do it on the
back.
website.
It was weirdly advanced, like sometimes where somebody would buy, like, be looking at our registry and then go and buy something separately on Amazon, and somehow it would recognize that
Oh.
because Jordan's sister for Christmas bought something for us as a Christmas gift off our registry because it was like perfect. It was a built-in
Yep.
list.
Sure.
And she specifically went out of the registry and bought it on Amazon, but somehow like the registry like realized she bought it. And so it told us. But then there was other moments where it was like we were getting notifications, multiple notifications about the same thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, how did somebody just buy this?
Yes.
Like I just
It was
saw
already
this come
bought.
through, you know? So I don't know. It's technology, so it's bound
you guys,
to fail, but
you guys sit down and open all those cards, though.
yeah.
That's the real
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, that was
That's
pretty
the fun
crazy.
part.
Oh, you found the card box.
Yeah, we did. It was so somebody took the contents of it out and put it in a bag
Yes.
and then
Oh,
got it in
shoot.
the box. And so
It was lost.
well, the card box was kind of like missing, and then we found
like
the card
kinda
box without
missing.
the cards,
Yes.
and then yeah,
Because someone bagged him up, I think, at the end of the night, and they
Yes.
just left the card like box there.
yeah, and so
Dang.
the cards are great. I mean, what I loved was, I mean, obviously very generous. People were very generous. Obviously, people love when you get married, and I think
Hey,
they
do,
just
you,
like
do you remember our card?
yes, it was very nice. Thank you.
What did it say?
Part of it.
Yes.
Best
Was
card
it something
ever.
naughty?
And
No, it said fucking finally.
Okay.
and
Kinda naughty.
No, it
I
was
almost
perfect.
gave him
Cut
that
that,
same
cut that.
one.
And I'll tell you what, I
No,
think
keep
we
it.
knew
I
it was
want-
yours
I want that
before
as a
we even
ringtone.
opened it, but it was just because it was so like perfect.
Thick.
And yeah, it was just very nice. People were very generous, but also seeing like the notes
Yes.
and like even when somebody just signed like love whoever, it just was cool to see that you like somebody took the time to do that. You know, it's just a
Yeah,
lot of
so
love.
many people.
It was cool, but yeah. And yeah, so you know, as far as registry goes, we didn't go back and buy everything we didn't get, only because I don't know that there was anything left that
You
we
really wanted?
really wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Aquarium.
No, they got that.
No,
I
we
got
got
him
that.
that.
You got him that.
Yeah.
But I told him the thing about it though
Massage
is
chair.
they can't make it an aquarium. It has to be one of those ant habitats.
Oh my gosh,
nice.
an
Stop.
ant
Nice.
farm.
That'd
The
be so
family
cute.
ant
Wait, why
farm
not
is
a bee?
cute.
A bee
Yeah,
farm
why
would be
not?
cool.
Because nobody has bee farms in their house.
What? They're gonna keep bees
Oh,
in
yeah.
their apartments? No.
Don't exactly
cool.
have patio space.
On a side note, Kara's making a bee farm for our
Yeah.
house. Yeah.
No, yeah, it was really nice. Like I said, it was just overwhelming. That on top of it, like we never even got to the gifts until like days later, just because
Yep.
I felt like, first of all, I woke up the next day and my whole body was like shutting down.
Nice.
Like didn't drink any water mostly, and I didn't eat
All
but,
weekend, I
But the
think.
thing is, I didn't eat not because I didn't have time, but like I wanted to go to every table.
Yes.
Like I didn't want to eat. Like it
Did
was,
you go to every table?
not every table, but I
You
couldn't
guys were hustling.
I
I'll
couldn't
tell you
sit
that.
there and eat when I was like seeing people like,
Yeah.
across the way. And so Jordan and I like she you know, we kind of ate a little bit. So the next morning, like my body was like cannot
I need
compute,
to
like
eat.
literally. And so I was eating like Chex Mix or something stupid, and like it was in a tangerine. I was like, oh my god, I'm
Got a
tired.
carbo load.
Yeah, yeah. But then it literally took me 2 days to recover. Like by the time we got back, because we stayed in Coronado for Monday and Tuesday, and by the time we got back, I was like kind of feeling myself again. But
Yeah.
it was a whirlwind. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And like I said, we don't deserve all the people and all the love. It was very, very nice. So thanks. And you guys, all three of
times.
you did so much for the wedding, just in general. So thank you.
Well, don't make it a habit. So
And I won't
One
ask for
and done.
anything for a while
One and
until
done.
till
For
July.
a while.
Till July. Yeah. And then I'll ask for all that.
Oh,
energy.
I'm already starting.
coming down the pipe.
Casino night.
John's not allowed to know, but you two, I need your help. Lip sync.
I'm not allowed to know Annie's lip sync number because she's.
I've already told you.
I've created a villain here.
Yeah.
You really have.
All I said
Backstory.
was, if you're gonna do a Britney number,
No.
you got to do it right, and she took
Dang.
it too hard.
Yeah. Well,
I did. No, John.
And why
I
wouldn't
told
you?
you
Why wouldn't you?
months ago. And for anyone listening, yes, I'm doing a Britney number this year. Lip sync.
spoilers.
And John, I told him months ago, and he kind of blew me
So
off.
my
And I
s-
was like, whatever.
Annie, don't you want to like
Whatever.
leave him guessing?
No.
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 Okay.
We're that's. Oh no.
You're gonna show him all your
then-
secrets.
No, well,
No,
No.
there's not much.
I
There's not
have-
much.
no,
Go ahead.
I have
mean, there is
secrets.
stuff,
Okay,
but there's not
okay.
much
I have
public. I
secrets.
should say.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
all that's getting public. But
It was bad because we were talking about it, and because my sister was like talking about maybe doing a Britney number, and Annie's like, I called it months ago. And I said, oh, what?
Dang.
You know what? I do a Britney number, and then she's like,
Jonathan.
and then she's like, what? And you could tell like I was
Jonathan,
holding
you
back a
are.
little bit.
like-
We have witnesses.
And I was like, if you're gonna do a Britney number, you gotta like do it. You know what I'm
John,
saying?
you shut your whore mouth.
Kind of insinuating that Beth
You are
would
rewriting.
do it.
You are
and Annie
rewriting
might
freaking
deliver.
history.
No, okay.
Shut up.
And
shut
then
up.
she's freaking out, and I looked at you and I go, everyone needs an origin story.
Shut up. We're asking the person who's not going to lie here. Kara.
right.
Kara,
right.
go ahead.
Kara,
Oh,
how did John respond when I said I was doing a Britney number?
Go ahead.
Very
Be
not-
honest.
very
Recount-
nonchalant.
oh.
Well, hey, listen, I've seen a lot. It's been 5 years of
Okay,
this.
he's the curator of the event. You really think he's gonna just like promise
Let me
things to?
let me tell you, it's gonna be something you will not expect.
You'll never
No,
expect
and
it.
I know it's going to be a
hate
hit
you.
piece
Oh.
on me. It's going to be a hit piece on me, and I've had hit pieces on me for the last 5
Pretty
years.
much every year.
Okay.
Oh, you think it's going to be about you, John? The world doesn't revolve around
Well,
you.
I know it's going to be about me. I don't think I know it's going to be about me.
No.
You just think that. Go
You
ahead.
just think, you keep on thinking what you want to
Historical
think.
female figures, like American
In Britney
heroes.
number, in Britney songs,
Yes.
all the historic women.
Eleanor Roosevelt
Yes.
as toxic.
Incredible.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's
Yeah,
weird.
that's it. I'm
That's gonna
mixing
come
the
in a
love of
blink.
history.
Rosa Parks as "Oops, I Did It Again." Like,
Wait, hold on. There's something happening here.
Give me another.
Are you kidding me?
Give
Rosa
me
Parks
another
would be
Britney Spears
worse.
song.
I was thinking
Circus.
something for Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yep.
Like
Circus?
something.
That work
Circus?
one.
I'm not
Work, that work, bitch.
innocent.
Work, bitch.
Man. Work, bitch.
Whatever.
Oh, Amber Heard.
Oh,
Shit.
yes.
Also, oops, I didn't
Monica
mean it.
Lewinsky.
Monica Lewinsky.
I got your number. You really thought you could put that past me? I got you.
No, she's
You're
rewriting.
wrong.
She's
You're
taking
actually
notes.
wrong.
She's like, oh.
Kara, we're gonna have to rethink about this.
Kara's your writing team on this?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
good.
have a whole team, so
That's
you can
good.
just. Your
Yep.
sister's involved also.
Okay,
Annie,
that's fine.
I want you to know that
What?
this is just a straight across win for me because you're going to go hard
hate you.
and it's going to make the show that much better. So I'm going to continue to fuel this.
I've been ordering props for the last 2
Oh.
weeks.
because it
My
only
God.
makes it better for
Shoot,
the
I gotta-
show.
I gotta start prepping mine. Shoot.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one.
I have
I've
the
had-
concept. It's
really?
there. I'm not gonna tell it to you.
And for those who
I'll
are
tell you.
listening,
I'll tell
wait.
you. I'm not gonna tell Annie.
No.
I hate
That'll be
you.
funny.
I hate you all. For those
the
who
reset
are
year.
listening, it's and don't know about it.
Look,
Oh,
if
well,
you're a
It's John's
listener,
lip
let's be
sync.
real. If you're a listener of the show, you know
You
about
know
lip
about
sync
You know about
battle.
it.
Let's be
and
real.
if not, Google it. It's
on
on
Instagram
it
now.
pops up right
it's
on
the
Google.
sixth year now, or the it is
Six, yeah,
year
6,
six casino night. If you're here in San Diego, you're gonna want to be there July 8th.
Jeez, yeah. I posted about
Right
it
here
on
in
Instagram,
Santee.
and I feel kind of weird, like giving the details on social media because
Sure.
I'm like, I don't want just anybody to come, but I also feel like I always forget to invite people,
Sure.
you know. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, I never get an invite, and I'm like, well, it's not really like an invite thing, you know.
I was
you
never
just kind
invited.
of come.
I was never invited.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course, I invited.
Oh yeah, but of course,
I invited Ryan before we were like close friends before we started this.
right. I flat out said no.
I invited
Smart.
you
I
and
wish I'd never
Tyler,
gone.
your whole family, and for 2 years you didn't come, and I was like, I'm never inviting them again. And the last year I was like, all right, I'm gonna give them one more shot. And you guys came and you killed, and it was awesome. And that's the end of that.
That's it.
So
One
annoying.
more
He's
time,
so
and then you're
annoying.
done.
I guess we'll. I
I
guess
guess
we'll see
I'll
what this
drop
whole
by.
thing's about. Have a-
Well, that,
I mean,
that
free
was
alcohol,
the one.
so
Free
whatever.
alcohol.
That
That's
was
what
the one
real.
where,
That's kind of the lure.
where Bobby came back early from China.
Yeah.
I still wasn't invited,
Yeah.
but I was in the number.
Wow.
Kara, get over it. No one's invited. Okay, I'm not even invited.
He just said he forgets to invite people.
don't think I was
really?
invited for multiple years.
That's fine.
it's fun.
That was intentional.
That was intentional.
It's a hit piece.
The first time I
Piece.
went, I actually didn't like John as a person.
That's
I went
fine.
because
and then she
Jordan
watched me
invited
get
me.
drunk
Yes.
afterwards. Like literally,
I have-
after I was like drinking, just sitting at it, like
I have footage
in my
of
living
it.
room, and I was just like, because I never get to drink during it because I'm always trying to like keep it, you know, on the rails.
Sure.
And
And
then
it's-
afterwards, I just start, and she was like, and I was like, I think I said something to you. I was like, you're seeing a really weird side of me because I never get like
Yeah,
drunk.
and I also and you were wearing sunglasses.
Yeah,
it's like
inside.
midnight.
Classic.
Yeah.
Sunglasses inside at midnight
It's always
with
a
a
good time.
fedora, because it was
Yep.
1920s
Yep.
theme because it was 2020.
Yeah.
And,
Yes, it
and
was.
John,
year, yeah. I
and
was
John was
Pretty good
we were
outfit
eating
that year.
Taco Bell, and he looked at me and went, "Man, Annie, I know we don't know each other that well, but I'm so glad you're here." and I was like,
That's such a John
Uh-huh.
move.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the best thing I've
classic
ever
me.
heard.
I also it's when I met
You
all
and
of
I
your
don't know
family.
each other, but we're gonna have a great time tonight.
So the
So,
first
so
time I
glad
met
you're
all your
here.
family,
Lovely
all
people.
drunk.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like so Beth, for instance, your sister,
She's a different
I didn't
person when
realize
she's drunk.
I didn't realize she wasn't like always like insanely outgoing.
Oh no.
Because I met her when she had been drinking. When she drinks, she's like party animal, everyone's best friend. Like she makes friends with everyone.
Yeah.
And then I met her like a couple weeks later,
And she seems like a whole different person.
and
huh?
I was like, did I do something wrong in between?
Yeah,
and
she's
then I
got
just got to
RBF
know her,
big
and I was
time.
no, it was just she wasn't like, hey,
Big
oh my
time.
gosh, because that's how she was when I first met her, and then I realized, having gotten to know her better, I was like, oh no, that's
See,
just
That's just drunk.
That's how
drunk
she
Beth.
was,
She's-
and it's probably a mix of she kind of obviously turned 21 and all of in the course of lip sync, but when she started, it was like I was like, oh, she's just doing it for me because she knows I love it. But now she
does it
loves
for
that
Beth.
crap, dude. That's awesome.
Hey,
and she's
I
like
love
a
how all of your
totally
siblings get
different
into
person.
it.
Oh yeah, it's great.
I'll
I
tell
love
you
it.
what. I mean, this kind of brings up an interesting. I saw a TikTok sound recently, and it was pretty funny. It was a guy at graduation, and he goes, "It's not alcoholic until you're out of college. We've got about 3 minutes left."
I saw
Oh
that.
Yep.
It poses a question. I mean, how many years of this we got left? Do you think until it's just
Oh.
like pathetic?
Yeah. It's a
Oh,
good question.
never.
Look, because we're not in
sync.
college
Lip-
anymore. Annie's a recent college graduate, so
I did.
congratulations.
I finally graduated.
No, you think about all the people who are ever wedding guests, all the parents, and they get plastered.
I mean, look, we've been talking about weddings. We go to our fair share of weddings. Everybody goes and parties like it's the end of the world, right?
Yeah.
True. The crowd, I should say, the circles we
weddings are
swim
for.
in.
We party
We know how
like
to
it's
party.
the end of the world.
Yeah,
That's true.
And lip sync battle is no exception to that. That's like the yearly, I feel like I just turned 21 again.
Yeah,
kind of
I
thing.
love it. It is so awesome.
And so to that, I mean,
how much longer do we have lip sync? Is that what you're
how
asking?
much longer do you think we have?
for lip sync?
Just on
No,
live?
not for lip sync.
drinks.
Just to live.
Like until it's like
Until we die.
sad.
Until we were like, hey guys, maybe we should just have dinner parties and not get trashed.
Well,
like
I
that
don't know.
kind of
That's a good
vibe.
question.
I
Is that- I
guess
don't know if that's
I'm more
us,
asking
guys.
like, is that
Well,
ever
who
coming?
Who gets trashed at not an event? Like, it's okay. I think it's acceptable to get trashed at any wedding.
at a-
you know?
Kara's like,
All
at
right,
any
wedding.
child's
I'm starting to see how you
school-
fell in love with
At any dress
Any
rehearsal.
wedding.
At my
Ryan
future
has
child's
changed you, by the
PTA
way.
meeting.
Ryan,
You get
crushed
trashed at
Ryan
any
has
public
changed you, by the
event.
way.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, weddings are supposed to get trashy, right?
I could marry you all over again.
Dang. Ryan is falling in love
Hey,
all
let's
over
go
again
ahead
right
and
now.
cut this podcast short tonight, eh?
Am I gonna get
The farmer's
okay,
market.
We're going to Hawaii tomorrow.
A day
I know,
ending
what
in
the heck?
Y.
I'm gonna get trashy.
Okay,
Heck yeah.
whoa.
I'm gonna drink on the beach.
And
Oh,
you know
you
what's
guys
funny
go
is you never get
tomorrow.
trashy in front of us. I've never seen you get drunk. And in front of the people you love here, your friends.
Damn.
What's up with that? Yeah, but that's
then
not
fall
the
asleep.
same.
That.
Yeah,
Or
Kara
don't
just
cut
passed
that.
out. She's just like,
Oh. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you ever get drunk in front of us, Kara? That's all I'm asking.
okay,
I don't
no,
like
stop,
alcohol.
No, her
stop.
mom
Kara,
instinct
I'm-
kicks in.
Hey, I'm
Yeah, a
defending
little-
you right
yeah,
now.
it
You
does.
two are so weird about it.
What are you
You
talking
two
about?
get so obsessed
I am weird
with
about
the
it.
Look,
idea
correct.
that we all have to get trashed equally
Okay,
together.
okay.
More
No,
fun
we
if
can't.
we're all drunk,
There
you guys.
has to be one
Oh,
person to
true.
clean
It's
up
just
the
gonna be-
puke.
That's true.
It's just going to be
That's
Ryan
true.
and I on the
Look,
floor.
There's this
You
thing that
guys get
happens
so
if we're in a
bad.
safe environment. Like if we're hanging out at the Albright's house and it's like, come on, guys, let's drink.
It doesn't.
Like,
It doesn't
go
matter.
hard.
If we're drinking at my house and we're all getting drunk, and someone leaves the screen door open and the two kitties run out,
Okay.
I gotta be the
Shoot.
mom.
Okay,
That's
so
fair.
Kara,
That's
what
fair.
environment can we set up to where you'll get drunk? Because I've never
padded
seen
room.
it.
There has to be one person who's.
All right, easy,
needs to
done.
be
I'll be the
coherent.
DD. Done.
Also, I
What a
don't like
loser.
alcohol.
Really?
What
You're
a
not gonna
loser.
drink
Oh,
with
you're
us?
not
Can't
gonna
be the
drink.
This
I'll find
episode is
someone to be
gonna
the
be
DD.
so blown out.
I'm gonna hire a DD.
Let's do this. Let's just
Also, yeah, I'm always the DD.
Yeah, Kara,
Okay.
I'm
You
defending you.
choose that.
Forget
Let's
them.
choose that.
I do
plan
because I
a
don't like
lock-in
alcohol.
sleepover at
Lock
the Albright's
in.
house.
Lock in. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Wait, which Albright?
Yeah.
Which Albright's house?
The Albright's house.
This one. This
Really?
This
is
one,
You're
the
talking about
OG, the
John's
one with
house?
the
my
pool.
tiny little apartment.
Yeah.
This
oh,
one.
at the
lock-in-
Everglades or whatever the apartment called.
The
It is.
lock-in
The freaking boonies.
apartment.
Locking
Yeah.
at the apartment.
That'd be
That's
fun, though.
Yes.
No, this is like the perfect house
Yeah,
for
it is the perfect
It
house,
really
right.
is.
We switched the locks to the outside. Somebody comes by and locks us in. Like literally
Literally.
locks us in.
In a giant escape room. But
Chains
it's
us
real
all
where
together.
If I had to, I'd break a window.
yeah,
first of
I
all-
would just
Okay,
break
so
out.
see now you're trying to escape the lock-in.
Yes, I
A
am.
lock-in is
I am.
intentional. You don't get locked in. It's not an escape room.
You're not trying to get out. is
It's
what
like
he's
a
saying.
fun.
The idea is that
I'll
you're
try and
locked
get
in
out.
so
We're
you
not
can
going to
stay
spring
drunk
it on
state.
you. We'll schedule it. Okay.
All
Yeah,
I'm saying
Just have a good
is
time.
what I would like for my
Crack
birthday,
open a
Kara.
six-pack and just have a great time.
Don't give me a gift. I just want you to get drunk at lip sync. That's all I'm asking.
Okay,
I just
have
want
to
to see
have.
you drunk
Well,
at
I'm
lip
not
sync.
going to be at
is
lip sync this year, so fuck you.
all. Oh well.
Oh, go get him, Kara, get him.
That is
wow.
true. That is
I
true.
just want to see you
I
drunk
just
before
I
lip
do
sync.
want to
I'm gonna be in.
remind you of how dedicated I am to lip sync battle. Is I am going to lip sync and then I'm getting on an airplane at 6 a.m. on Saturday.
buddy.
Buddy,
That's
Yeah.
how
sucks.
dedicated I am
I
to
know, I appreciate
not
it.
only lip sync but my family.
But lip sync first. Family second.
Only because it happens in that order. Friday,
No
and then
particular
Saturday.
order.
Just
Nobody-
say lip sync and then family.
Literally, he's missing the rehearsal.
Yeah, but what do we have to do to
For
get
what?
that wedding
Something
shut
important.
down?
Everyone shush. Everyone shush. Let's transition.
Okay, transition. Go ahead.
Gosh.
So,
So anyone want
father-
Joe
to?
Biden's in the news
Does
again.
anyone want a cappuccino?
I love. Okay,
Kara at it again with the perfect transitions.
I love this app, you guys.
You know.
I'm so obsessed with it.
Did you hear from it from the TikTok I sent you?
No, John told me about it.
Oh.
Yeah, I sent him a
Did
TikTok.
you send?
I sent a
him the
TikTok. Maybe I
Oh.
sent a TikTok.
I sent both of you guys TikTok, so you guys heard it from me.
Guys,
so.
our
Whoa.
TikToks are so synced up lately where I'll
It's
see
so
something
We're all
and
the
then
same
5
people.
minutes later John will send me
I
the
know.
same
It's
thing.
really-
and
Not
Annie.
me.
No, because we sit next to each other and watch
Well, the
TikToks.
only time is that he was listening to. It was the guy freaking shoveling SpaghettiOs, and I went, "Are you going to send that to John?"
I
And
said,
he went, "John sent
it
that to me."
Yeah,
so
I know.
Kara,
It was-
Kara even knows what I'm going to send to you.
Yeah. I
Anyways.
literally just
I
responded
love
to
us.
that. Just how? Like,
You sent it to her too?
how?
Oh,
Typical.
everything I
So
send
gross.
you, unless it's specifically
It's true. There's
very you,
there's
I'll send it to
TikToks I'll
both.
send to you, and then there's TikToks that I send to both of you. And
Yeah, this wedding, but real quick segue before
on.
we get back to cappuccino.
Uh-huh.
This wedding weekend, it kept cracking me up because there were so many moments where it was a bunch of the groomsmen and me,
yep.
and it was just
Oh, yeah.
the boys and Annie, and I was like, wow, this is so
is
funny.
wrong.
This is so strange. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, no, that seems really fitting because so often it's like, who are you messaging? Ryan and John. I saw something stupid that I thought was funny. I said to them, I'm like, I'm really just one of the boys.
Amazing.
But
Well, for those that don't
cappuccino.
know, cappuccino. You want to explain it, Annie? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm really in love with
Well,
it. Okay,
go ahead,
so,
please.
Do it.
I don't know, I'm kind of
Cappuccino.
indifferent about it, but we'll talk about it. Go ahead, explain.
I
it.
like the format.
No one likes you. No one.
For those that
That's
don't
aggressive.
That was
know,
aggressive. That was
Cappuccino
aggressive.
is an app, and it kind
Thanks.
of
Everybody.
it is remiss of what's the one Marco Polo.
It is.
Where
It's similar to Marco Polo.
Kind of long form Snapchats.
But
I
it's
wanna
audio.
say.
It's like
it's
audio
just audio,
clips.
so it's like
It's like sending each other audio
the
messages.
way it's made is like. Go ahead, Annie. I keep cutting you off. I keep
It's
cutting you
okay.
off.
No, Annie, you got it.
Just
It's
go,
okay.
go down one more rabbit hole,
Let
and
Annie,
I'll just
let
explain
Annie
it.
do it.
Go down one more
Ryan's
rabbit hole,
taking
and I will
over.
take
So
over.
cappuccino, it's like what you said basically. It's audio clips, and it's marketed as you send a prompt of some kind, or you send a 3-minute clip into a group that you make, and they compile it together to make what they call like a podcast. So it's like you and your friends making kind of this podcast, and you all get to listen to it later.
Yes.
And you can listen to it earlier because I was gonna ask you guys what kind when you drink your cappuccino.
When do you drink it?
On the dot when I have it set to 5 o'clock. is
Yeah,
when get
I
it.
listen to it every night. I set it to the morning. And what's funny is so you like
Oh,
we've
so you
been
can set
sending
at different times.
Yeah.
I thought when I set it, it's set for everybody. Is that not the
No,
case?
it's for different times.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
set mine at the same time as yours.
Yeah, I
Just 'cause
listen
it's
to mine
easy.
at every night.
Okay, yeah.
It always like because you can listen to it once everyone's like put their prompts in, and it's like your cappuccino is ready, blah blah blah, and I'll go to listen to it and it'll be like, you can have it now, but wouldn't it taste better in the morning? And I'm like, no,
That's funny.
listen
No.
to it now,
Now.
listen to it now, and I love it, and it's partially because there's a layer of tackiness to it. It
Yes.
adds this like horrific music
I
to the
love
beginning
it.
and end of every like audio clip.
Awesome.
Let's see. Can we just pull up a little bit of it?
And
Yeah,
the
I'll do
prompt,
it.
like
Did everyone-
today's
You
got it?
prompt was my
I got
favorite
it.
prompt we've had. We've only done 2 of these. I'm really
I
obsessed
didn't
with it
do
though.
today's.
I know, Cara. I
Yeah,
listened to
sorry.
it and I realized that.
Yeah.
I started a new one today. I didn't even do the prompt.
No, you did the prompt also. You did too.
Oh, I did? I'm just all over it.
They make it sound like a
Funny
podcast.
little story for you.
I love this.
Can I?
Yes, we need to listen to it.
And I picked it up because, I don't know, I like picking up random phone calls. And it was a woman, and she just goes, John. And I was like, yeah.
So
She goes, are you, how you doing? I said, good. She goes, how's
This
your
actually
mom?
happened.
And I was like, good. And she's like, you were at your mom's house yesterday, right? And I said, yeah. And she's like, yeah, I thought I saw your car there. How is she doing? I said, great. She said, well, have you seen her today? And I said, no. She, oh, well, you know, she's in the hospital, so did the IV help perk her up? And I go, what? I said, I said, I'm sorry. I actually think you have the wrong number. My name is John, but my mom's not in the hospital.
Wait,
my
just wait to the end.
Oh, you know what? I was just thinking that your voice sounded a little different when you first picked up. Thanks, anyways, honey. Have a great day. Hangs up.
Wait.
what the hell? I need a different name. It's clearly too similar.
And that's how it ends. It's
And the
John
music
going.
comes back in. I
John
love
going. I need a different
it's
name.
auto-generated. Okay, so are
I
you
love
just
it.
like popping off because
No, then he answers the prompt later.
he does answer the prompt. Okay, because you didn't answer the prompt yesterday either, so I was
Yeah. I'm still learning. I don't even know how this works. I feel like I'm not getting stuff too because I set my cappuccino for 10:45 on my lunch. I got a notification, opened the app, and nothing happened. So I was like, how do I access my cappuccino? Like, I don't really get it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel like it is a little.
And I'm
It's a
not
little
like married.
troubleshooty.
I'm not married to the prompts either. Like I think that's really funny.
But so the prompt today was.
What do you judge people for the most?
Like, what do you judge people for?
And mine was long, and I haven't even listened to the
And
other ones yet.
mine
Oh,
was
yeah.
long too.
I definitely lived it.
And it was, but what I love about it is it's so like real, right?
Yeah.
Like, and what's funny is I find myself being like, oh man, I want to talk to him about it, which is like an actual podcast, which we actually have together.
which is what we're doing.
Which is what
Yeah.
we're
Right
doing
now.
right
The
now.
actual discourse part is
Yeah.
the funny thing.
But like, there's like today I was listening and I thought it was just so accurate to us.
Yeah.
Because you were like, I don't know, I don't really judge anyone. Maybe pet owners. Nah. Honestly, just basically being a dick. Just doing stuff that you should do and you don't do it. Like that's you know. And it was much more eloquent than
Let
that.
me tell you, when
Well, was
I recorded mine last night at work, everyone, when I was talking to my phone, was like looking at me.
Like, you have
They're
a
like,
podcast?
what
And I was like,
Hey, what's up, guys?
What?
I'm here with the cappuccino
I
friends.
loved it. And then John's
love
was
it.
so John, and he was like not being loyal. You know,
Oh.
if people aren't loyal.
Yeah,
and I was
spoilers.
like,
Spoilers, haven't listened to it. Jeez.
No, it's okay.
I'll leave mine for
Thank you.
your surprise.
Hers is Star Wars people.
Oh God.
If you like Star Wars,
People that like podcasts. The point is I don't know like if people like this format or not, but it has reached its target audience with us. Like
For real.
stupid
okay, so it's
podcasters.
It's this app, and there's one other app that's blowing up. It's called Be Real.
Be Real.
I just downloaded it.
Oh.
because I've been forgetting about it.
Okay.
It's an app.
Do we have to get Be
where,
Real?
She's testing
Yeah,
it
she
out.
has to
Shit,
get Be Real.
everyone download it.
All right, I'm on.
I'll invite you.
Wait, why are we doing this twice?
I'll
It's the
invite you,
same
I'll invite you.
thing.
Is
No,
it the
it's
same
not.
thing?
Is it? We
Let's be
don't
real.
know.
No,
What
okay,
is it?
so Be
Explain
Real.
it.
We're
Be
suckers.
real.
At
We're all just
random.
gonna download it with no context. Look at us.
We trust
Yes.
Cara.
Download.
I trust Cara.
Be real.
Yeah, at random times of the day, like very random, it'll pop up and go on, say, go to Be Real. And you'll go and you have to take a picture of where you are at that exact moment and it posts on your feed. But when you take a picture, it takes your front and your back camera at the same time.
Oh, Olivia
that's
was
kinda
showing
funny.
me this.
So I just posted
So
one.
if you're
of us
standing on a
recording.
cliff, it's a picture of your dumb face
Yes.
and a cliff. Like
Yeah.
That's cute.
Nice.
it's like
There used
FaceTime,
to
you know?
be, and I do not know what the
cool.
app was, but there used to be this app, and I had it in high school, and it was like the whole concept was you could do it once a day, and you had to take a picture of something, and it couldn't be like a person, like it couldn't be of you, and it would get filtered to make sure it wasn't explicit, and you basically posted it, and they would send you one back from the same second of someone else in the world.
Whoa.
And all you got no other information than like the grander area of where it was taken.
That sounds like a sex thing.
So, but they would filter like you
Gosh.
if they felt
Take a
like it was
picture of your wiener.
explicit at all. They like even
your wiener,
there's
but, like,
one time where I
somebody
had
does.
people like in it like posing, I had friends posing, and they wouldn't let
Okay.
me post it because it had people in it. Like it had to be kind of more of
Yes.
like the whole
Yeah.
concept was like you were taking pictures of like your view of the world, and
That's
then you
pretty
got
cool.
one back.
Interesting.
I
Was
had
it
no-
called Worldview?
It was called
that was taken already.
Random
actually.
Wiener.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying,
You're awful.
there's no way that could
That sounds
possibly
like a
go
sex
like,
thing.
oh, random picture from a random person.
Gosh.
It's
Tell
kind
me,
of like
Annie.
it's kind of like
Tell me,
Omegle,
Annie,
right?
How does Omegle go for you when you go on Omegle?
Wait, we
thought it
should
was
do that.
Omegle.
Wait, we should.
We
Whatever.
shouldn't. Oh, so we could all
Oh,
sit
really?
there
You
and
wanna
see
watch 'em?
wieners together?
No,
That's
I'm just
weird.
done. That's fine.
Weird.
You can
All
do
right,
that.
you know what? You're
You
making.
can- you
all
can
right,
do
Kara's
whatever you
not
want.
down.
Look, I'm
Kara's
just
not
saying,
okay with this.
2 in every 3 people on Omegle is a wiener. Like,
Gosh.
That band does. Remember that band I showed you? They do good. They go on Omegle and they play songs for people.
you know how many wieners they see?
they probably
just
see.
I remember when
Yeah.
I was younger, everyone was like, go on Omegle. A bunch of celebrities go on there randomly.
Uh-huh. They do, probably.
So there was an application similar to all these Casey Neistat, a YouTuber, made
Yep.
it. It's gone now. They completely like consolidated it. CNN actually bought the company for the team, and they just dissolved the app. They just used the people that were on the company. But it was called Beam, and you were videoing like almost like a Vine or TikTok, but as you're recording, it's posting exactly what's happening.
God.
No edits, no text,
That's like,
no filters.
what's it
just
called
goes right
that you
out to
just
the
said?
internet. And then you're done, and it's posting
Omegle.
immediately.
No.
Yikes! I
Facebook
don't like
Live.
that.
Interesting.
Don't
And,
like
you couldn't,
that.
and when it first started, I had it. You couldn't delete anything either. So you, like whatever you did, it was like a one take.
Well, that was
like Marco Polo.
Like Marco Polo.
But it was
Same.
public. It was like Instagram.
gosh.
Like literally, you followed people, and
Oh.
it like showed their whole feed. It wasn't like a
It's
private
just like
group
you're
thing.
live.
so
It's like you're
rough.
live
It was
every
called
time you go on
Beam.
the
Yeah,
app.
it was pretty
Live,
interesting.
whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you got to choose where you turning it on and off. But if you said something or did something, you can't go
I
back.
like it among friends. I like because I
Yes.
feel like I'm the kind of person like I'll leave stupid voicemails on people's phones too, and I feel like cappuccino is kind of like feeding
Yeah.
Yes.
that urge
Well,
to
and
like
it's-
just go on someone's phone and like ramble stupid crap. Hey Annie,
Well, and
what you doing?
and it's like
Call me back.
you get to like listen to like this random weird stuff that happens in your day. That's the thing, right? Is like
Yeah.
everyone talks about like, oh, main character energy, all this stuff. There's so many random stuff. Like the fact that someone called you, they asked for you.
It was so jarring.
like it was so
aggressive.
strange.
It was
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And she sounded like every like
mom's friend
mom's
kind of
friend,
vibe.
literally.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh
why I
my
was
gosh.
like, and in the beginning I was going along with it because she was like, she's something like I couldn't remember, I don't remember her name, but it was like she's like it's Mama Fran, and I was like, oh okay, and I was like, all right, hi.
That's probably one of my least favorite
what's up?
situations is when somebody talks to you like knowingly
Yes,
is like,
yes.
John, how you doing? And because my parents know a lot of people, and especially like, you know, we live in Point Loma and they went to high school there, and so like everyone they ever knew lives in Point Loma, and so somebody would be like, hey Ryan, how your parents doing? I'm like, they're
Hi.
great.
I don't know you.
I'm like, so
It
good to see
was-
you again.
The fact, and it was like from a different state too, to the fact that she got my number mistakenly, and like
my
odds
God.
that they were
happened to be
also-
John.
Cringe.
I'm gonna Google how many people in the world are named John.
Oh, it's absurd.
Well,
And
it's a Bible name, so most Christians.
I mean, and
true.
I feel like it's
That's
also just
true.
like a good old fashioned American name
Hey,
too.
it's an
Like,
American name. And I literally, and I felt so bad. And I had this moment though before I told her that it, you know, and told her that it wasn't me, where I was like, do I go along with this? But then the moment she said like, your mom's in the hospital, I was like,
I'm not gonna go.
oh my
go
gosh,
along
this
with
is somebody's worst day.
Yeah.
And I'm like pretending to be them.
You didn't think that maybe your mom was in the hospital?
No, I just
It
saw
was-
her. My mom had just dropped
Oh,
something off to me.
okay.
So she had just dropped
Got it.
something at the apartment off to me. And that's why I was like,
How
maybe it's
freaked
somebody
out
else.
would you have been
Oh
if you're
my
like,
gosh.
I didn't know my mom was in the hospital.
But the best was and again, this woman was treating me like I was her best friend's
Yeah,
son. Like,
sure.
she was using like sweetie and honey, you know, like,
Hey,
you know
dear.
how sometimes
Yeah.
women do that. And normally it's pretty endearing. But then at the end, she's like, yeah, I noticed that you didn't sound like the right guy.
You didn't call me sweetheart.
And I was like, yeah. And she's like, all right. And she literally said, all right, sweetheart. Well, thanks so much. Have a great day.
You didn't call me boo boo mama.
And I was like,
Okay.
she literally after finding out that I'm a complete stranger, still said, "Thanks, sweetheart. Have a great day." And
Thanks,
I
honey.
loved it. I loved it. It was so nice.
Annie, what are the stats?
Statistically, John
It's
is
like
the second
freaking-
most popular name of all time.
What's the first?
I don't know. It's just on the facts of the
I'm
name
pretty
John.
sure I've looked it up before, and it is a Chinese name because there's so many Chinese people.
Well, this is I
Oh, that
googled
makes
how
sense.
many people are named John in America
Oh,
because I wanted
dang.
I wanted to narrow
fair.
it because I realized
if
that it
you're
was
going
probably skewed.
by the world. I'm pretty sure it's that.
Yeah, it
many
about
people?
a smidge over 5 million.
Whoa.
How many
Look
Ryan?
up Kara.
Yeah. How many
Okay,
Ryans
well,
are there?
listen.
Look up our names.
I'm not special.
I want to know.
Annie,
It
have
said
one job
so
on this
the
podcast,
first
and
John
it's
statistic,
research.
and
You
it
know what's
said
ironically, I was just realizing we were talking about lip sync yesterday because we made the logo and everything.
Yes.
And the reason I call it John's lip sync battle is because I don't want it to be like just a random lip sync battle. But now realizing that there's 5 million
There could
Johns,
potentially be
It said-
5 million
it
John's
said-
lip sync battles out there.
and
There's
there
about-
probably is at least 5.
1,600 out of every 100,000 people are named John.
Oh, there's
That's like kind of insane for one singular name.
the name
I'm
Ryan
special,
is
but I'm
the
special.
156th most
jeez.
popular name.
And yours is
So-
second.
I'm
Yeah, you're
second,
number
so.
2.
Whoa.
I don't know.
I feel like
There's
Cara's
an
down
estimated
there.
Mine's gonna be
400,000
way
Ryans.
high.
in
No.
America.
Out of
America.
every, okay, keep this
Way.
in mind, right? Yours is almost 2,000 out of every 100,000 people.
Yeah.
Cara is 16 out of every 100,000 people.
Dang.
Just 16.
special.
Let's see
You're
Annie.
in 16.
That's
of
so weird
your
that I
friends.
literally went to school and she was my best friend with someone who had my same name, said it the same way, spelled it the same way.
That is,
I bet
that's
you
kinda weird.
there's more Caras in California than there are in the Midwest.
What do you think?
Yeah, because it's cultural.
Seems like a
If you go-
like a beach name.
Yeah,
I don't
it's like
know.
a
if you go with my
hippie-
legal
hippie-dippy
name,
thing.
Like a
I'm
Hollywood,
the
like
95th
Cara.
most popular.
Cara, 95th?
Wait, does
Anna?
mine say most popular?
No, you're not on the list.
You're not even on the list.
I'm 156.
What does the list go to? 200?
Must just go to 200. Babu wasn't on the list either. So
Babu.
you and Babu are one and the same.
Special.
Not Bebo?
No.
I'm going with Babu these days.
I'm
Bibo's
actually
dead.
into Babu now.
Bibo's
so.
dead. Long live Babu.
Bibu was like so 6 months ago. You know?
Oh, really? You're still
You mean
saying
like
Bibo?
last week ago?
Nice.
It's Babu.
No, yeah, Babu.
Why are we like this?
I don't know.
I say so many nonsense words every day. It just means nothing to me anymore.
Yeah, we know.
Babu, Bibo.
You know what's really
Who
frustrating
cares?
about names is the unwritten rules of how you're supposed to spell your name. Have you heard about this?
No.
ahead.
Unwritten
So my
rules?
name, how do I spell my name? Anybody know?
J-O-H-N.
J-O-H-N. When it should be J-O-N.
I'm not supposed to spell it
Phonetically,
J-O-H-N.
right?
Says
When your name is Jonathan, like mine legally is.
Oh, it should be J-O-N.
Everyone tells you you're supposed to spell it J-O-N.
Because
when
it's
I
short
was a
for
kid,
Jonathan.
Yeah.
when I was a kid, I just chose J-O-H-N because I like when you're in kindergarten
Well,
or
crap, you
whatever
didn't
when you're
choose
learning.
it.
Oh yeah, when you
I-
decide to write your names
so
on
I
who
guess
papers,
that makes
no,
sense.
who taught you how to write your name? Because you didn't just
probably
decide
someone in the
one
school
day.
system. I don't know.
Probably not your parents.
I mean, maybe I don't remember. I was a child.
I switched up my
and that's
spelling a couple
fine,
times.
But my point is, you didn't decide, little John.
But I feel okay. Let me tell you. I vaguely remember
somebody decided for you. Is my
I
point.
vaguely remember like earlier, and like I said, I barely remember.
Okay.
Like kind of deciding to write my name a different way on my papers.
Was there another John
like
in your
J-O-H-N?
class?
Okay.
And I just like J-O-H-N's better. And so I started
You're so
doing
full of
that.
crap.
I really do. I remember
don't know,
doing
Were
that.
you
man.
like 17?
there's
I
You did not
rebranded.
decide in kindergarten to
No,
just
not
start-
kindergarten. I'm just saying early on. Like my earliest memory, I can remember
Like first grade.
writing on the paper going like, I like this better. And then
Now
just kind of
thinking
keep
about
continuing
it,
to
I
doing
don't think
this.
I've ever met a John who spells it J-O-H-N. That's short for Jonathan.
And you know, I never even knew about this until
Their name
my
is just John.
Until my Spanish
Yeah.
teacher in high school was like, he spelled my name Jon, and I was like, my name's J-O-H-N, and he's like, oh, that's not right, and I was like,
Because you shortened
That's
it.
not-
what do you
you're-
mean it's not
oh, you're
right?
wrong.
And he's like, well, your name's Jonathan, so it's Jon. He's like,
Imagine.
my name's John. Because his name was John, and he's like, and I spell it J-O-H-N because my
Because
birth
he's boring.
certificate
'Cause
says
he's a
John,
loser.
and I was like, that's not right. Like I get to choose that, right?
and he was like, no.
And he's like, no.
Isn't that
But here's the
funny?
thing,
you could
right?
literally
Like-
walk
I
in and
dropped
be
his
like,
class, by
you
the
could
way,
literally
but
walk in and be like, my name's
unimportant.
Diesel. And he'd be like, okay, cool.
You get to choose your identity.
You can call yourself
Wait,
whatever you
stop,
want. You're
stop.
really going to tell me I'm wrong?
Stop.
I'm
Diesel.
John,
I'd like,
J-O-H-N?
I'd like to be Diesel tomorrow.
You are. And we
Diesel
literally,
is a
and all
dope
of us,
name.
and
Diesel
all of
is
us
sweet.
would just be like,
Cara
yeah,
hates
it's
this.
Diesel now. Kara, have you ever wanted to have a different name?
Oh, when I was younger.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I can't remember if it
Was it Taylor? Did you want to be Taylor Swift?
What's fu-
you want to
No,
be
no.
Taylor?
No, first name
I don't-
Swift.
I don't remember if
Last
I was
name Philly.
in kindergarten
Swift
or
Philly.
I just like went to the kindergarten class when I
Yeah.
was in elementary school. But I remember
advanced. Okay.
distinctly people
it
asking
together,
me,
Harry.
like,
bad
"Oh,
podcasting.
is your name short for Caroline?"
And you said
And I
yes.
remember saying yes.
You're like, yeah, it is.
So you wanted to be Caroline.
for a brief moment,
No,
but
in
then
that
I was
moment,
like, "Wait,
yeah, it
my
was
name's
something
not short for
different
anything."
at that time. So you were like,
So
sure.
somebody might come up to you, like from kindergarten, and say like, "Hey, what's up, Caroline?" And you're like,
Caroline.
Oh no!
I
no,
guess
no, no!
You
Because,
know what?
Because we went through kindergarten to 8th grade. So
I kind
Change
of
back.
low key think I thought that too. Not like short for Caroline, but like
it's
Cara-
like any
'cause
short
Cara's like
name.
Carolina.
It's
such a
like,
short name,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
"Yeah, it's
Okay,
got to be
but
something
listen,
not
like-
Ryan, of
But
course."
But Caroline is
Annie-
spelled with an O.
Annie could be short for like Annabelle.
That's
or
true.
It is short
Anna
for
Marie
something.
or Anna
It-
Sophia or
it's short
something.
for a lot of things.
It's
Well,
short.
Anna.
It's my parents named me Annie, which is now short for Anna, and they changed it by
been Annabelle.
one letter. Like
Anna
they
Marie.
literally-
You
it's
do
a-
spell it pretty. That's the first time I've seen the spelling of your name.
Do you know what my
Same.
spelling is actually short for?
What?
Anita. And that's where they got it from. Their friend Annie, who is actually legally
Stop.
Anita, and they saw it ANI, and they're like, "Oh, that's cute."
So your parents taught you how to spell your name.
Oh, my parents had the spelling of my nickname with every intention of calling me
So they
Annie.
did this to
They
you.
did this on purpose.
They had a
so
premeditated
they were
plan.
like, she will only use Anna as a backup. Like even when I was in trouble, it was never like Anna Marie. It was Annie. Just like
see, because
yeah.
I thought I had
funny.
this vision in my head, and this
Of
is
me
probably
branding
wrong,
myself
of you going like in
in
high school, being
second
like,
grade.
I don't want to be Anna anymore.
I'm Annie with an
I'm
I.
Annie with an
Annie.
I.
No, my
As opposed to Annie with a Y.
my friends.
I'm Annie.
Oh, I've gotten that also. I've gotten
No, 'cause
A-N-N-Y, and I
it's
was like, who the
A-N-N.
hell? So no.
A-N-N-Y.
Yeah, I've
Normally,
people are like, I'm
normally
like
it's
Annie.
ANNIE.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I get that all the time, and I'm like, that's
Like
literally
Little
longer
Orphan.
than my legal name.
Yeah.
Little Orphan Annie.
Yeah.
I see. I had that whole thing in my head, and now that I
No.
know your parents just kind of did it for you,
No,
I'm
my
like,
parents
ah.
my parents taught my sister how to spell my name before I was born, and my friend's mom.
Your sister's name's gonna be ANI. Spell it.
My friend's mom was my sister's
kinda
teacher
interesting.
at the time of my mom being pregnant.
Okay.
And she would spell, like, she would draw, like, pictures of the family, and she would put, like, my mom's gonna have Annie. And my friend's mom would correct her. And it got to the point where my mom had to come in and be like, no, we're spelling her name this way. And she was like, oh, okay, like, that's dumb. To the point where I get Annie a lot. That's what people think.
Oh.
Or Ani. Ani is.
Ani.
I would like
Yes.
Ryan. I'd like you to change your name.
Okay.
Come on, Ryan.
And
yeah,
I want you to push it
rebrand.
so hard that like in 6 months,
Diesel.
everyone knows you as this name,
No,
and
but
Ryan
you need
is
to think.
dead.
You need to think of Ryan to be short for something. What is Ryan short for? Because we all have things that are short. That could be short for
Like
something.
Rhiannon is like the
Rhiannon?
Stevie Nicks song. Right?
Rhiannon?
Rhiannon.
So I want you to push this for the next 6 months.
Okay.
And be dead serious.
I'm gonna lock in on Diesel,
No.
dude.
Please be Diesel.
I'm fully gonna
Please
change
be
all my
Diesel.
handles and stuff. That's so freaking
And
funny.
then just be like, be dead serious. And in 6 months, if everyone is calling you Diesel,
It's like Seal.
Wait,
What's up, Diesel?
put some money on it. How much will you pay him if he
Oh my
gets
God.
people
If
to
you
call
can
him
get
Diesel?
everyone in
for
your
6
life
months?
Yeah.
to like second,
Why
like
that name?
un-
Why did you
Funny. It just
Diesel?
felt
Get over
right.
it.
It just felt right.
That's the only way this works. It's so hard to push
Oh
in.
my God, that's my new name.
If you can get everyone,
If I was dead
Let's
serious,
see.
because truly,
Poor
I mean,
Cara, she didn't sign
that's
up
the
for
fact of the
Ryan.
matter. If somebody was
No,
like,
I didn't
hey,
marry a Diesel.
By the way, guys, I'm going by a different name now. I'm not going to be Ryan anymore. I'm just like
Kanye
just
did
refer
it.
to me as
Ye
Ryan.
did it.
Like, what are you guys going to be like? No, your name's Ryan. I'd be like, no, I would like to be called Diesel.
Until you change it on your birth certificate, no.
dude, okay, legally change your name to Diesel
That's so freaking funny. Oh my God, I'll do it. I'll literally do it.
because it doesn't matter.
Nothing matters.
It's all.
Because
No,
this
we
is
won't
all
be
a big
married anymore.
sham.
Our marriage certificate will be null.
No,
No.
you can build that in.
No,
You can, get the, you, can get a new marriage certificate
be
with
it.
Diesel. Diesel
So
Tafolla.
be it.
This has got to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Diesel.
there's gonna be
I
some
know.
diesel that
Guaranteed.
finds our
Guaranteed.
podcast.
Diesel's
And they're
gonna
gonna
reach
be
out to
like,
us and freaking cancel us.
If your legal name is Diesel, please reach out to us.
Please reach out to me, and I'll
Please.
literally give you like. There's not enough money in the world that I could give you.
Wow.
If you can get everybody in your life to
kind of a cool
genuinely
name, though.
call you
It
Diesel
is.
by the end of the year,
Can we change?
I'm
the
pretty
I'll
name
give
of
you
this
$100.
Can we
Pretty
change
sure
the
it's a
name of
name
this show?
in like a Grease type movie.
With the
I feel like there's
podcast?
already a
Yeah.
character
I'm
named
Diesel.
Diesel
Oh my
and
God.
John.
Oh,
And I'm
that's
John.
it just makes
And
it so
we're
much
Diesel.
cooler. So much cooler. What the podcast? Diesel
no,
and
we have to
John?
change the name.
We are.
You
We're
know
doing
what?
it. We're
That
doing
is
it.
my freaking luck. Like somebody named Diesel is gonna reach out and be like, "Screw you." That's my name, and like probably kills himself or something.
Yeah, something
whoa,
aggressive.
I'm just saying
Something
that happens
aggressive.
to me.
Okay.
Very aggressive.
That's happened
Very
to you.
aggressive. That hasn't happened to me yet, but like that kind of shit happens to me. You know.
that kind of
Okay,
I'm
stuff.
just thinking
We're
of
gonna
Vin
stop
Diesel.
you now. We're gonna stop you
Vin
now.
Diesel, oh.
We're gonna stop you. I
My
feel
name is
Diesel.
Vin. Call me Vin.
That can't be his real name.
This
Okay.
has to be the.
I need to
I've
look
laughed
up
the
his
hardest
name.
on this podcast episode.
about it.
In
Think about it.
76 episodes.
Carrie, tell me
77
now.
episodes.
Tell me right now.
When people
our
wanna get
time's up,
into-
isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, we're winding down.
What?
When people
Soon. Oh yeah.
when people
oh
want
yeah.
to get into like Hollywood and stuff,
change their name.
they just change their
Vin
name.
Diesel's name is Mark Sinclair.
Mark Sinclair.
Mark Sinclair.
And
From
they were like,
Alameda, California.
Of course.
Yeah.
You think Mark Sinclair is going to star in The Fast and the Furious?
Hey,
You know
Mark-
who is?
Vin-
Diesel Tafolla is.
Diesel Tafolla. No, drop the Tafolla. Just
Okay.
Diesel.
Diesel.
Like
Vin.
Beyonce.
It's like Cher.
I'm telling you, if
I
you
said
can get
that once.
everyone in your life to call you Diesel, like just on a normal, genuine basis,
It won't
$100.
happen.
I'll literally
It won't
change.
happen because none of
is
us
there a
will.
limit? Is there
I
a limit
will.
to
I'll
I'll call you
Facebook?
Diesel.
Is there a limit to like how many times you can change your Facebook name? Because
No.
I'll literally
Yes,
change it right
yes,
now.
there is.
No, do
Diesel.
it.
Don't do
Tafolla?
it.
I don't think
We
there
know
is.
one person who did, and she hasn't been able to change it in like 5 years.
Oh, that's true.
You can't.
Dude.
How
Oh, well, it's your new
many
name now,
times
so that's weird.
Can you change?
Have you changed it
just
multiple
Facebook.
times, Ryan?
What's going to happen?
I don't know if I've ever changed it.
I've changed mine one time, and it literally tells me you cannot change
You can
it
only.
again.
So for 60 days, I have to be Diesel.
Yeah, do it.
All right, well, that feels
That's so good.
so easy. That feels like the
60
easiest decision you've
That's pretty
made.
funny.
Please don't.
Diesel
for me.
Tafolla.
Please.
Okay.
wait,
Don't squash the bit.
Wow.
This
I'm
is so
squashing it.
funny.
Wait,
really?
why?
Facebook? When was the last time
Because-
you personally were on
Parentheses.
Facebook?
Parentheses.
Oh my god.
This is so
Diesel
classic.
parentheses
This is
Ryan
so
Tafolla.
classic.
No, because you know how many people are gonna be
Sad
like, what?
trombone.
What the?
That's
It's
funny.
Sad
his
trombone.
name now, Cara.
Yeah,
He
and
is
then
Diesel.
I get to be like, yeah, what's up?
It's Diesel.
It's
It's
Diesel.
me, Diesel.
Hold
And you
on.
know what? You in the moment, it's perfect podcast, advertising. Because then old people are like, why'd you change your name, Ryan? And he'll go, oh, you just listen to this
Check it out on
episode
What
of
the Podcast.
What the Podcast
And
and
explain
explains
it.
it.
Sad
What was
trombone.
that?
That was because you ruined the bit, Cara. Right there.
Sorry about it.
Bit ruining.
Wow.
You know.
You and Diesel will have to talk about that at home.
So yeah, you
Oh,
and
and,
I'm
and
gonna-
we will.
That's a name that I wouldn't.
She's like, I would
Wait, no.
never
but
be
the
with that
question is,
Diesel.
no, but why's the big deal? Because I got to get to the bottom of
It's
this.
not a real
Do
name.
you, John?
It's not a name.
Hey, John.
do.
Hey, John.
It's been 77 episodes. You really got to get to the bottom of
You
this
don't.
one.
Yeah, there's a lot of hills to die on. Let her die on
Yeah,
this one.
I guess that's true.
I'm dying on
I don't
Diesel.
get it.
Hey, you got to marry Jordan Rose.
It's true. That's true.
Killer. I got to marry Cara Ashley. Annie's gonna meet a guy named Diesel.
Speak it into existence now. If I marry a Diesel, the simulation's real.
The simulation is real. Wow, this is a great episode. I laughed so hard.
That was really funny. Hey, I can't wait to go listen to our cappuccinos.
Yep.
Listen to what I judge people on.
From all of us here at What the Podcast, I'm Diesel.
And I'm John.
We'll see you next week on
What the Podcast?